Well, good afternoon. Today is, let's get this right, Thursday, September 18th. I almost said the 16th. The 16th got by me. I never had the 16th, remember? But today is the 18th. And we have a couple birthdays today because today is Dale Hammerston's birthday. So, Dale, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dale. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Haley Norwood. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Haley. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And Sandy. Happy birthday. Not Sandy me. A different Sandy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sandy. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. We'll hope all three of you have a great, great birthday today. I'm still reading my book. Let me show you the book because I started it last night. Because my Jimmy Kimmel was canceled last night. We don't want to get started on that. I'm just so mad. So I started reading since there was nothing on TV to watch. And then I got up this morning. I had a doctor's appointment today. I don't know if I told you that a couple weeks ago, part of my regular annual physical, since my sister just had the transplant, and we have a history of liver disease in my family, my doctor recommended that I get a liver scan, or ultrasound of it. So I did an ultrasound of my liver, and the bile ducts or something looked a little enlarged. So she wanted me to make an appointment with a gastroenterologist or whatever, one of those doctors, a digestive doctor. So I had an appointment with her today, and she went over my blood work and findings from the scan and everything, and she said that probably what happened was that the bile ducts are a little bit enlarged because I had my gallbladder removed. And so she said that's what happens when you have your gallbladder removed, that the valves tend to get a little bit larger. But since I have a history in my family, she wants me to go have a MRI done to make sure to rule everything out. But she said she's not overly concerned. She looked at my numbers, and my liver numbers are all within the normal range. My cholesterol is very good. She said it was excellent. My pancreas, my liver, my aorta, I think it was. Let me look at it. Wait a minute. She gave me a copy of the report. Let's see if I got it in here still. Yes, I got it here still. The liver is normal. The pancreas is normal. The common bile duct is a little enlarged, but she said that's probably because of the removal of the gallbladder. And yeah, the right kidney is fine, the left kidney is fine, but I have the beginnings of a fatty liver, which is not good. So she said, but that could be the because of the backup of the bile duct. So until I get the MRI, she said we'll go from there. But she's not overly concerned. She said that's just as a precautionary measure, and then to lose some weight to get rid of the beginnings of the fatty liver. So I'll be doing that. She said get a little bit more exercise, which Jim and I started doing. We didn't walk today because my appointment was early, and then by the time we got home it was too hot to walk. So Jim's watching his Tiger game now. They have an afternoon game. They lost the other day, so I'm sure Edie's very happy. Jim says we can't beat the Guardians or Minnesota Twins. So the Cleveland Guardians or the Minnesota Twins. I think they're, from what I can hear, I think they're winning right now, but not by much. But that don't mean anything. It's early in the game. So, trying to think what else is going on. There's not much going on. The parks, there's a park by me that's being, all the schools around the park are on lockdown because there's a young person, they didn't say boy or girl, that's threatening suicide in the park. School started back up, and now all of these, we've had, since school started in our school district, 5 suicides. In our area, rather, not our school district, in our area. 5 students committed suicide. The bullying nowadays is so much worse than it was when we had bullies when I was growing up. You know, it's You always have bullies. There's always going to be a bully. That's unfortunate, but now they're just so mean, and then they can hide behind social media and just attack people and say terrible things, because I know from all my kids that they're on their phones constantly. They're on Instagram and TikTok and Snapchat and all of that stuff. And it's just, I think that there should be an age limit to when they can start having a phone. Although they have computers, so it's kind of hard to think that you get away from that. It's just, I treasure the memories of my growing up, because I thought I had a very uneventful childhood. I mean, my house burned down, and like all that. We had the riots during this. I lived through the 60s, which was like a very bad time in our country back then, with all the assassinations and the wars and everything going on, and the protests. But I survived it, and I got through it. But it was just, I think things are so much worse nowadays. And I know, like in our school district here, they've started a new thing this year, which has really got everybody up in arms. Is the kids aren't allowed to have their phones during the day at school. When they go into the classroom, there's like these slots where they're supposed to put their phones, which means they can still have them when they're in the hallways going back and forth to the classes and that. And I know all the parents are up in arms and like, what if I got to get a hold of my child, blah, blah, blah. You know what? Different time, I understand. I completely understand a different time, but we could always walk down to the office and say, I need to call my mom. Or if my mom wanted to get a hold of me, she could call the office, which I think they could still do. I mean, it's a little harder to get in. I understand that. We didn't have air-conditioned school, so we had our windows open. All the windows now are like completely shut, locked shut. There's no way you can open them. It's just a different way. We were watching, what was Jim and I watching? Oh, we were watching Sunday Best about Ed Sullivan, which is a documentary on Netflix. And it was just about how he grew up and how his parents taught him to judge people by who they were, not by the color of their skin, not by their religion, just on their character. Judge people by their character. And there was they were showing this one scene when they were going through, because he was born in New York. I think they were going through the Bronx. I don't know, one of the boroughs. They were going through one of the boroughs. And there was this big snow pile, and there had to have been like 50 or 60 kids all climbing up on top of those snow piles. And I told Jim, I says, I don't even see 50 or 60 kids when they come out of the school, other than they come out long enough to jump in the car for their parents who drive them to school, who get there like a half hour, 45 minutes early to sit so that their kids don't have to walk far to get to the car. I know, different time, I completely, but my point is I know my grandparents probably thought their time was better than when my growing up, but I really truly believe that my time growing up is way better than kids growing up nowadays, because I don't know what kind of memories they're going to have. My big memory is like with the nuclear war threat, that we hid under our desk like that was going to save us. But now they think if they have a cell phone, that's going to save them. I don't know. But I know, I'm just feeling kind of lost today. I'm feeling kind of lost with everything that's going on in the world. Well, let's see. Let's talk about something nicer. Brooke's got 1 more month before she's got to go back to work, so she's still with Hannah. She had the way that Hannah was born, it was right in the end of school year, and so she's a teacher. And they have the summer off. She didn't have to use that time for maternity leave, so she could use it when she came back in September. So she doesn't have to go back and work till October 16th. So she's getting to spend some quality time with Hannah, who's going to be, April, May, June, July, August, 5 months old. Does it seem possible? She's going to be 5 months old next week. Time flies, let me tell you. And then Brooke had just texted me just now to ask me what pictures I want of Sebastian and Oliver, because they're getting their school pictures taken, and they got to order the pictures. And then I got see, everything is new nowadays. I got an invitation to Bertie's grandson's wedding, which is the shower I just went to last week. And they have like a scanner code where you got to scan to say how many people are coming. We used to just mail back something, whole different time. But anyway, I put there Jim and Sandy Carrico, 2 people will be attending. Well, then I read it after I put the name in and hit send, that you're only supposed to put one person, and then the second page says additional people. So I went back took my name off of it, just put Jim's, went to click onto the next page, and it says, I'm sorry, you clicked too many people. so, so now I got to just call Amy to let her know how many people are going to be there so she'll have a count for the wedding, which is next month. I think it's the 25th of October. And then, yeah, for breakfast I had an ounce of cheese, a slice of toast, and a glass of orange juice. I don't know what I'm going to have for dinner yet. I'm going to sit out here and read. Maybe I'll watch a little bit on the TV out here, watch a little bit of YouTube videos. Just relax, listen to the dogs, and just enjoy the last couple weeks of being able to sit out here, because soon enough I'll be moving all my furniture around and clearing off my deck and all that stuff that I don't really look forward to doing. But that's going to do it. So I'm sorry this video was kind of like a downer, but it's just with everything going on, it just kind of, everything just kind of came all to a head today. So like, comment, subscribe, and share, and we'll talk again tomorrow.